Traffic congestion, a frustrating yet familiar reality for residents in the world's busiest cities. But in the heart of Southeast Asia, one city faces a gridlock crisis that's both uniquely challenging and alarmingly impactful. Manila, the bustling capital of the Philippines, stands as one of the world's most congested cities, with residents spending hours in daily commutes, a burden on both time and economy. Today on OHA News Asia, we ask, can the Philippines solve its traffic crisis? And what can it learn from its Southeast Asian neighbors? To understand the Philippines' traffic woes, let's take a closer look at Metro Manila, home to over 13 million people, with a rapidly growing vehicle count that reached 2.5 million registered vehicles as of recent data. Each day, Metro Manila loses an estimated 3.5 billion pesos in productivity and fuel due to gridlock. For millions of Filipinos, traffic isn't just an inconvenience. It's an economic and environmental drain. But Manila is not alone. Southeast Asia's cities, Jakarta in Indonesia, Hanoi, and Ho Chi Minh City in Vietnam, face similar challenges. Can Manila learn from Jakarta's public transport expansion or Vietnam's motorcycle management? To answer that, we first need to examine what's been tried here at home. The Philippines launched the Build program, a multi-billion-dollar initiative under the Duterte administration aimed at tackling traffic. Key projects included the Metro Manila Skyway Stage 3, linking North and South Luzon expressways to provide an alternative to congested EDSA. Another is the BGC Ortigas Center Link Bridge, cutting travel time between these business hubs and relieving pressure on major roads. In addition to roads, the MRT network has been expanded, and Metro Manila's first subway project is under construction, with a goal to cut travel time from Valenzuela to Nia to just 35 minutes. But despite these ambitious projects, the traffic issue persists. Why? While infrastructure projects like the Skyway and new MRT lines are promising, they are often outpaced by vehicle growth and population increases. Addressing traffic in Manila will require more than just road expansion. Under President Ferdinand Bongbong Marcos Jr., the Philippines has continued its commitment to infrastructure with the Build Better More program. This initiative aims to expand and enhance the country's transportation networks, focusing on both new infrastructure and effective traffic management policies. One of the landmark projects under this administration is the North-South Commuter Railway, a 147-kilometer rail line designed to connect Clark and Pampanga to Calamba and Laguna. Once completed, this rail line will reduce travel time drastically, providing a faster, safer alternative to congested highways. The Metro Manila Subway Project, another ambitious initiative, will be the country's first underground mass transit system, designed to cut travel time across the metro area significantly. This subway will serve approximately 519,000 passengers daily, easing pressure on major roads and highways. Additionally, the Luzon Spine Expressway network is expanding the reach of expressways, with the goal of connecting Ilocos in the north to Bicol in the south. This project alone seeks to increase expressway coverage from 523 kilometers to nearly 2,000 kilometers across Luzon. In conjunction with infrastructure, the BBM administration has implemented policy approaches aimed at alleviating congestion. One of these is the EDSA busway, which provides a dedicated lane for buses and is expected to help manage commuter flow on Metro Manila's busiest thoroughfare. Additionally, a counterflow lane is under consideration to deter unauthorized vehicles and improve bus flow. But challenges remain. Traffic policies like the number coding scheme have been limited by workarounds. Families often buy multiple cars to bypass restrictions. Meanwhile, the Philippines could benefit from looking at systems like Singapore's electronic road pricing, which dynamically adjusts toll fees based on real-time conditions. In Jakarta, Indonesia's odd-even license plate restriction has met with some success. This, paired with a reliable BRT system and a new MRT line, highlights how policy and public transit improvements work hand in hand. A holistic approach is key. Policies need to be supported by reliable alternatives like public transit. Otherwise, people will find ways around restrictions and traffic will persist. For decades, the Philippine public transport system has struggled to keep up with population demands. Jeepneys, buses, and rail lines serve millions. Yet the quality and reliability of service have remained inconsistent. Efforts like the EDSA busway and expansion of MRT aim to fill this gap, but they require public buy-in and government support. Jakarta has invested heavily in Transjakarta, one of the world's largest BRT systems, and launched its first MRT line in 2019. Vietnam, too, is developing its first metro line in Ho Chi Minh City, aiming to tackle the motorcycle-heavy congestion. Meanwhile, the Philippines has plans for a bus rapid transit system in Cebu and Davao, aiming to replicate Jakarta's success. The Cebu BRT, which spans 13.8 kilometers, will include 17 stations and serve thousands of daily commuters. As Metro Manila faces growing demands on its infrastructure, smart technologies present new solutions for managing congestion. Singapore's electronic road pricing, for example, helps manage road usage by adjusting tolls based on traffic density. This kind of dynamic pricing could relieve pressure on major roads in the Philippines. Smart technologies like real-time traffic monitoring, adaptive traffic lights, and even AI-based route management can make a major difference in a high-traffic area like Metro Manila. The Philippine government has started to experiment with these technologies. A broader implementation could help relieve gridlock, particularly in congested zones like EDSA and C5. With Metro Manila's population continuing to grow, urban decentralization has been proposed as a viable solution. Moving economic hubs outside of Metro Manila to cities like Clark and Cebu can reduce the need for daily commutes into the capital. In addition, green alternatives such as bike lanes and electric buses are gaining traction. New bike lanes across the metro area, as well as calls for more pedestrian-friendly spaces, reflect a shift towards sustainable urban development. There's a growing demand for greener city planning in Manila. People are looking for ways to get around without contributing to pollution or enduring hours of gridlock. The question remains, can the Philippines solve its traffic crisis? With new infrastructure, forward-thinking policies, and sustainable alternatives, the road forward is clearer than ever. However, the success of these initiatives will require political will, public participation, and a coordinated approach. For Southeast Asia, the Philippines' journey could serve as both a cautionary tale and a lesson in resilience. Traffic congestion may seem like an insurmountable problem, but with the right steps, it's a crisis that can be managed and eventually overcome. Thank you for watching OHA News Asia. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. Thank you for tuning in. If you found this valuable, please show your appreciation by giving a thumbs up and subscribing to OHA News Asia, your trusted source for knowledge always at your fingertips.